And the goofballs that say they're LeBron, no, you're not a LeBron James fan. Hey, all the people on this chat, if anybody bring up the other players, they not a LeBron James fan. So we cutting them out. We the real LeBron James fans.
Drop the roof
Facts.
and let the
Facts.
smoke.
We the real,
Hey.
everybody on here. We
I
the
got
real
diamonds
LeBron
to
James
till she
fans.
slides
That
in both
goofball on the
Yep.
ends.
other channel, he's a,
Dice
excuse my
rolling on the
French,
Las
he's a
Vegas
D
strip
head. I
tonight.
ain't gonna say the word. He a D head. He's not
Slip
a
that
LeBron
on and we
James
might
fan.
miss the
He
fight.
just trying to get likes.
Well, you can do what
If
you
I
I
love
was
it.
y'all,
live how you
I love it.
wanna
I would
be
not
what you
follow
wanna
him
be
because
who
he a
you wanna
goofball.
be. A young stunner till I die.
LeBron fans.
Please don't tell me that was you saying the 96 Sonics. This is what you got to realize, Judah. It's very easy to out-debate locker room. It's not very challenging whatsoever. The fact that you let locker room outwit you and out-debate you, it says a lot. We're not talking about a very high-level basketball mind, and you got outwitted by the locker room.
If I go tonight, I doubt the world will change. I just pray they don't forget my name.
LeBron fans.
I gonna tell you why the beef started with me and Reggie, right? Reggie fucked one of my niggas bitches, right? The locker room went to fuck one of my niggas
Spent
bitches,
like
right?
10,000, 20,000,
LeBron
30,000, 40,000. How much I'ma spend profiling?
LeBron fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, folks. We are actually back, man. Y'all do me a favor, folks, and drop a like on the video. Come into the chat, man, and let's talk about it, folks. You guys see the title of the show, man. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We did a show a little bit earlier, chat. We did a show a little bit earlier, and, during the show, I saw a report from Adam Silver. Okay. So, as you guys can see by the thumbnail, Adam Silver basically told LeBron, right, to hurry your ass up. Okay. Because we need to make our schedule for this upcoming season. Okay. Now, this is actually fascinating because I've been telling, Faker fans, right, and the Kobe tards, right, that you guys are irrelevant now. Okay. A lot of these Kobe fans, they've been running around on the internet, running around on Twitter and social media, Instagram, whatever the case is, and they've been acting like, the Fakers are just this relevant franchise. And I've been the main one up here, trying to do the Lord's work by letting these people know, like, listen, dude, do you guys remember what you guys were before LeBron James showed up to that shitty ass organization? Do you guys remember what you were? You were at the bottom of the Western Conference. Nobody cared about the Fakers. Nobody cared about how many championships the Fakers had. Nobody gave a fuck. We didn't care because y'all got beaches. We didn't care about none of that shit. Y'all were irrelevant. LeBron comes back. He restores order. And now all of a sudden, you speak to one of these Kobe fans. And now all of a sudden, oh, we don't need LeBron. LeBron can go. We're the Fakers. We got 17 championships. I mean, these people talking about championships they won 50 years ago. As if somebody gives a fuck about that type of shit. I've been the main one telling these clowns, like, listen, dude. Nobody gives a fuck about watching white men play basketball. Literally. I've been telling you guys this for at least a month now. Okay? Nobody cares about watching white men play basketball. That is not interesting. That is not what people want to see. This league, before it was fully integrated with blacks, was a shit show. The blacks are what makes sports in general watchable. The blacks. The niggers. Right? Once LeBron James departs from your organization, folks, that's it for your organization. That's it. Your team becomes irrelevant. Give you guys an example. When LeBron was in Cleveland the first time, the year he left, they had won 66 games. He leaves and goes to Miami. The following year, they win 19 games, chat. They went from being one of the more fascinating teams to watch to all of a sudden nobody gave a shit anymore. Same thing happened in Miami. Same thing happened in Cleveland the second time he left. And Faker fans are about to realize the same thing is about to happen to them as well. Shout out to Slime Time with the $1 super chat. Appreciate you, man. So we got a report, folks, from Adam Silver. I want to show you guys this. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in, by the way. I want to show you guys this, folks. The commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver, okay, even he's patiently waiting for LeBron James to make his free agency decision. So this is Adam Silver, folks, on LeBron's free agency decision. I would like him to make his announcement already so he can finish the schedule. Because as you might imagine, the teams are calling us, the networks are calling us, and everybody wants to lock in the schedule. But it will influence how we set the schedule, how we set opening week, Christmas Day, etc. You guys see I responded. The face of the fucking league at 41 is insane. This is why, chat, I am so distraught about LeBron's contract situation. I'm distraught from what the Lakers did. It's the most racist thing I've ever seen in NBA history. I've never seen anything more racist than what the Fakers did. They literally gave LeBron's money to some undrafted white trash bum. Some CIA, DEI, FBI, federal informant, Aston Reeves. This dude is a CIA plant. This nigga sucks. He is garbage. The Fakers gave this CIA plant the first Ku Klux Klan contract in NBA history. The most money in NBA history for doing absolutely nothing. No All-Stars, no MVPs, no championships. They essentially gave LeBron's money to this white trash DEI federal informant CIA plant, Aston Reeves. It's the most racist thing I've ever seen in all of my years of watching basketball. I've already told you guys, this dude is a plant. Okay? Seriously, he's a plant, folks. He is dog shit. I want to show you guys this. Look at this. Look at this plant, chat. Tell me he's not a fucking plant. This is his college stats, folks. I want you guys to tell me he's not a fucking plant. Look at his picture on the right of your screen. An undersized, bum-ass, sorry-ass guard named Aston Reeves, who averaged 11 points in his college career. 11. LeBron averaged more points than this in elementary school. This nigga averaged 11 points in college. LeBron averaged 11 points in 4th grade. He averaged more than this in the 4th, 5th grade, 3rd grade. LeBron has probably never averaged 11 points in his entire life for as long as he's been playing basketball. And you're telling me this is the guy that gets the most money in NBA history for an undrafted player. He's a federal fucking informant. He's a federal informant, folks. He wasn't even drafted. Meanwhile, you got guys like Lonnie Walker, who was a first-round draft pick. He's out of the league. You have guys that have been Cam Reddish, another first-round draft pick, a lottery pick, can't even get on an NBA roster. But you got CIA plants like Aston Reeves making $46 million a season. Folks, it's a clown show. They didn't want to give LeBron his money, but they'll give it to an undrafted bum who averaged 11 points in college. We just saw this nigga 2 months ago get cooked in the playoffs by a second-year player, AJ Mitchell, who was a second-round draft pick. He got cooked. AJ Mitchell was busting his white ass down to the red meat. When Aston went home after those games, when we played the Thunder, he had AJ Mitchell's handprint on his ass cheeks. And here we have Adam Silver, folks, as you guys can see. Adam Silver saying, yeah, we're waiting for LeBron to make his decision so we can finish our schedule. You want to know why they're waiting for LeBron? Because whatever team LeBron James goes to, that's going to be the team that gets the most coverage next season. They're going to get the most nationally televised games next season. You want to know why? Because LeBron, at the tender age of 41, is still the face of the NBA. And it ain't no fucking bum-ass white fraud. It's racism what they're doing to LeBron James, folks. It's racism. It's racism. I could see, right, if Paolo Banchero was on the team, and they're like, all right, LeBron, you're 41. We're not paying you. We're going to give this money to Paolo Banchero, right? The 6'10" number 1 pick out of Duke. Okay, I wouldn't be up here complaining, I could see if, it was a legitimate all-star on the team or something, right? And then they were like, yeah, LeBron, we're not paying you any money. We're going to give the money to our young, budding, up-and-coming star. Folks, they gave LeBron's money to an undrafted fraud.
You cannot overpay for players. And the standard in LA isn't the regular season, where Austin Reeves' numbers are pretty darn good. Let's go to his last 3 postseasons. The Lakers are 3-13. He averages 17 a game. He shoots 28% from three-point, and he's a disaster plus-minus. Oh, yeah, he is a defensive liability. Both his body and his body of work are not good. So do you want to pay that $46, $47, $48 million annually? Don't be a fanboy. Take off your Laker jersey.
I just wanna be.
Don't be a fanboy. Take off your Laker jersey.
It's extremely funny to me, folks, how LeBron is essentially going to be forced to play for a veteran minimum contract when he's still the face of the NBA. This is why I was trying to tell niggas for the last 3, 4, 5 months. The mayonnaise media, they're the ones that started this narrative. Okay? They're the ones that started this narrative. Where did the narrative come from that LeBron James needs to take a pay cut? Where did that narrative originate from? Because it started this past season. Who started that narrative? The mayonnaise media started that narrative. They started the narrative and they said it long enough to where people started to agree with it. Even though it never made sense. It never made any sense at all. But they started the narrative and then they kept repeating it over and over and over and over again. Predictive programming. They programmed Faker fans. They programmed the Kobe fans. And before you knew it, they were all saying the same thing. Predictive programming. They program you guys. And then you got clowns like Elite Black Hater coming in the chat talking about, yeah, Reggie, LeBron's not worth $50 million a season anymore. Oh, but Jimmy Butler is? What about Steph Curry? He's making more than $50 million. He's making $60+ million. He's better. He's more durable than LeBron. Steph Curry ain't no young man. Steph Curry's 40 years old. He's pushing 40. He's 40 years old. Niggas act like Steph Curry's 23. Steph Curry is 42. He's getting $60+ million. I don't see nobody complaining. You guys saw how many games Steph Curry missed last year? He missed 27 straight games. Let LeBron miss 27 straight games. I think LeBron missed like 17 to start the year? Steph Curry missed 27 straight games last season. Nobody's saying, yo, Steph Curry needs to take a pay cut. Why would they start the narrative that LeBron needs to take a pay cut? Because they're racist. That's why. They're racist. Why would LeBron need to take a pay cut when he's the face of the sport? When have you ever heard of that before? The face of the sport needs to take a pay cut. That's like saying Patrick Mahomes needs to take a pay cut. What?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I just want.
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
We got CP3. Shout out to CP3 with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man. He said same thing is happening in the W with Caitlin Clark. Barely a top 5 point guard, but she's supposed to be a top 3 player. Getting the government involved. Shaking my head. Yo, I checked the box score last night. I think the Fever played last night. Yo, Caitlin Clark is dog shit. Seriously. I mean, did you guys see her stats last night? I'll pull them up for you guys real quick. I just randomly checked the stats last night. I was like, yo, this bitch sucks. Seriously. Let me show you guys the numbers from the game. They played the Valkyries the other night. Look at this, chat. This is Caitlin Clark. This bitch is garbage. Look at this, chat. 13 points, 4 for 14, 1 for 8 from the 3-point line. This bitch is Russell Westbrook. These are D'Angelo Russell numbers. Nigga says she's a female Aston Reeves. Exactly. Yo, that hoe sucks, man. Seriously. Like, real nigga shit. That bitch sucks. She's garbage. And everybody thought, oh, you know, what's the white bitch name? Diana Taurasi, whatever her name is. Everybody thought she was hating when she said, yo, there's going to be an adjustment when you get to the W. You know, these are grown-ass women. You know, they're not just going to lay down for you. And look, all that Caitlin Clark hoopla, all the, you know, press she was getting hella press her first season. She was getting hella press. You know? I remember the summer of 2024 when, you know, they didn't want to put her on the Olympic team. Stephen A. and Molly and, you know, everybody was talking about it. Folks, you guys realize nobody gives a fuck about this bitch anymore. Nobody talks about that shit anymore. You want to know why? Because the juice isn't worth the squeeze. She's trash. I saw a video of her on Twitter the other night screaming at the referees. Yeah, I know what that frustration stems from. It stems from you getting your ass beat. Luka and Reeves went through the same thing on April the 2nd. They went through the same thing. You guys remember that game? They crashed out. They took their ball, both of them, and went home. You want to know why? Because they can't deal with the physicality of playing against blacks. They both quit.
Now you don't want to play defense. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. It's fucking hurts. Fuck you. Fuck you. Don't interact with that, okay?
It's now time for Love's Kiss Cam. Time to pucker up and give your sweetie a kiss. It's the Love's Kiss Cam.
Have some fucking respect. Have some respect. Have some respect. Don't interact with him. Don't interact with him. Have some fucking respect. Don't interact. Have some respect. Shut your bitch ass up.
Chat. He crashed out. Him and Luka, they crashed out. Caitlin Clark is doing the same thing. She's crashing out. You want to know why? Because she's a scrawny little white bitch. It's the same thing with Aston. And it's the same thing with Luka. You're scrawny. You're scrawny. We got the Tethernator. Shout out to the Tethernator. He says, I'm suffering from white fatigue. You see Caitlin Clark crashing out, chat. She's crashing out. This is insanity. This is insanity. The Lakers are doing the same thing. They're trying to build the Indiana fever, and guess what? After about 6 months, I'm telling y'all right now, folks, I give it 2 weeks. How much y'all want to bet? Give it 2 weeks. Give it 2 weeks. Ain't nobody going to be interested in Faker games next year. Give it 2 weeks. Wait till the season starts. I give it 2 weeks. I give it 2 weeks, chat. I was there in LA when Lonzo Ball and LeVar Ball were the face of the Fakers. I was there. I saw it. Nobody was outside repping the Fakers. You didn't see niggas walking around town with a Lonzo Ball jersey on. Nigga, Kobe Bryant showed up to a Faker game that year, and he left in like the third quarter. He couldn't even stand to watch it. He got up and walked out. This is supposed to be Mr. Laker. Didn't he say he got purple and gold in his veins? He couldn't even sit and watch Lonzo Ball and them play. He got up and got out of there. He left in the middle of the game. And you got these delusional Faker fans thinking that we're going to believe that, oh yeah, we don't need LeBron. We got Luka and Ashton. We're going to be fine. We're the Fakers. Y'all are irrelevant is what you are. You're garbage is what you are. How many people are tuning in to Indiana Fever games? You guys remember, chat? Everybody was tuning in at first. It was a spectacle at first. What happened? You guys notice nobody talks about that Caitlin Clark shit anymore. Look at this, chat. It's been a tough month from 3 for Caitlin Clark. She's just 3 for 19 from beyond the arc in July. Where's the coverage? Where's the national coverage on this, chat? How come First Take, Stephen A. Smith, he was starting his shows off talking about Caitlin Clark when she was relevant? Now guess what? Everybody realizes that white bitch is sorry as fuck, and now guess what? Nobody gives a shit anymore. Same thing is coming with Luka. Why do you guys think Luka didn't play versus OKC? He knew what time it was. He was going to get exposed. He was healthy. All he had was some weak-ass hamstring injury. He could have played in that series. He could have gave it a go. He would have had, let's just say for the sake of conversation, he would have re-injured himself. Folks, he would have had 6 months to get back healthy again. He would have had 6 months. You don't play again, the season don't start till October. Why he didn't go? Why he didn't give it a chance? Why he didn't even try? Because he was scared. He's already been exposed. You guys, you're just not paying attention.
That was an ass kicking last night. That was a romp. Now, you can sit up there. I mean, we're going to talk about Luka and all the stuff. What we not going to do is gloss over that ass whipping that the Oklahoma City Thunder, the reigning, defending NBA champions, placed on the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers were down at the half by 30, getting their asses whipped. I mean, it was a stomp, okay? And it was almost so that it's a good thing that Luka actually got hurt and had to get taken out in the third quarter, because when we saw him holding his hamstring in the first half, a lot of us were like, wait a minute now, that wasn't happening when you were dropping 30 plus the last 12, 13, 15 games, but suddenly now your damn hamstring is hurt. We were looking at it with a raised eyebrow, because an ass kicking will do that to you. It will make you humble. It will make you run for cover. It will make you want to run to the locker room. It will make you pretend you got to use the bathroom. It will make you pretend that something might be a family emergency or anything, just to get away from those confines. That's the kind of ass whipping we saw last night.
Hey, Faker fans, let me show you guys' record versus the Thunder in your last 8 games. You think Walker Kessler is going to change this? Chat, they think Walker Kessler is going to change this. Y'all are dog shit. Seriously. Not even joking. The Lakers are dog shit. Y'all are sorry as fuck. Literally, I'm not even trolling. The Lakers are literally garbage. This is your record versus the Thunder. So let me get this straight, Faker fans. You think you're going to get rid of LeBron, you're going to get rid of DA, you're going to get rid of Rui, you're going to get rid of Luke Kennard, you're going to get rid of Jackson Hayes, and you're going to bring in Walker Kessler and Quentin Grimes, and now all of a sudden you're going to go be competitive now? You're going to bring in Quentin Grimes and Colin Sexton and Walker Kessler, and now all of a sudden you're going to be competitive versus the Thunder. Y'all are going to get swept again this year by the Thunder. The Thunder going to whoop the dog shit out the Lakers again this year. Every time they see y'all. The Spurs going to whoop the dog shit out the Lakers again this year as well. Y'all are garbage. This is what the mayonnaise media don't want to tell y'all. Luka's already been exposed. His nuts are at Jaylen Brown's house. He never even went and got his nuts back. What are we talking about? Luka's balls are hanging on Jaylen Brown's Finals MVP trophy. Luka's been neutered. Luka doesn't even have any nuts. Seriously, Luka doesn't have any nuts, chat. He doesn't. Luka's nuts are at Jaylen Brown's house. He never got his nuts back. Luka's got a bussy now. The whole league knows it. SGA was playing in his bussy all season, playing in his bussy. And then guess what? Ashton, they were playing in his bussy too. AJ Mitchell was playing in his bussy. Lou Dort played in his bussy. They were taking turns playing in his bussy. They were passing him around. He's a passer. That's what Ashton is, man. He's not an NBA player. He's a slut. He's a snow bunny slut. That's what he is. Niggas acting like this nigga's a hooper. He's a slut. And all NBA players do is play in his bussy. He got good bussy. That's why they like playing in it. Luka got good bussy too. I ain't gonna lie, he got some good bussy. Yeah, Luka got good bussy. Everybody likes playing with Luka's bussy. Straight up. Go look up his record versus Jaylen Brown since the finals. He can't even beat Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, his balls are at Jaylen Brown's house. You niggas putting laughing emojis in the chat like I'm trying to be funny. I'm dead ass serious. This is real nigga shit. This is why he didn't want to play. He's already been exposed. He was saving himself from embarrassment. He could have played. Why was he sitting on the bench watching LeBron? Because he didn't want to get embarrassed. Look at what they did to him. Okay, hold on. Let me show you guys his numbers versus the Thunder last year. They turned Luka into Aston Reeves last year. Luka's a role player. They think Walker Kessler is going to come save Luka. This is what the Thunder did to Luka last year. You guys don't even, like I said, you guys don't even know your team. I just did a video earlier reacting to that clown, Tyler, from As It Stands. He doesn't even know his team. He's up here putting out 5 fucking faker videos a day, just flapping his dick suckers about nothing. He's over talking about, yeah, the Lakers are better. The Lakers have a chance to be better without LeBron. What are you talking about? Your best player is a role player when he plays elite competition. Look at what they did. They turned Luka into Aston Reeves last year. Exactly. He said they don't watch the games. Exactly. They don't. They're too busy being a fanboy. What did Colin say? Take off your fan. What did he say? Hold on.
Don't be a fanboy.
Exactly.
Take off your Laker jersey.
Don't be a fanboy. Take off your Laker jersey. That's what he said. I almost forgot what he said. Don't be a fanboy. Take off your Laker jersey. They want us to think that because they went and signed Walker Kessler and Colin Sexton, that they're now going to be better versus the Thunder and the Spurs and all the other teams in the West. Bro, these people are not serious. I can't take them seriously. Luka is a role player now. He wasn't hurt in these games. He played 2 games versus the Thunder last year. He wasn't hurt in those games, Chad. They turned him into a role player. And what happened on April the 2nd? What happened, Chad? He took his ball and he went home. He quit. He quit in front of our eyes. And y'all believed in this fake injury. It was never real. Him and Aston both quit. I thought he went to Spain to get some sort of semen injection. What, didn't he go to Spain to get some horse tranquilizer injected into his ass cheek? Isn't that why he went to Spain? What happened to that, chat? I thought he was supposed to go to Spain, get a horse tranquilizer injected into his ass cheek, and then he's supposed to come back and play. What happened to that? Exactly. Nigga went to Spain and went to a basketball game. Did you guys forget that? Okay. Let me remind you guys. Your franchise player literally quit last year. Literally, he literally quit. He took his ball and he went home. And Faker fans don't even want to talk about it. Give me 1 second, chat. Give me 1 second, chat.
He put like a black shirt on or something like that. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second, chat. Give me 1 second.
He put like a black shirt on or something like that. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second, chat. Give me 1 second.
This is what your franchise player was doing while we were playing basketball games. He was in another country watching basketball games. This would have been LeBron James. You guys see how the standard is different, chat? LeBron would have left the team in the middle of the season, flew all the way to Spain, and was courtside watching another basketball game. What do you think they would have said about LeBron? They would have said he's mentally weak. He checked out. Come on, gang. This soft ass white boy, like I told y'all, where's my Luker graphic? Give me 1 second. Where's my Luker graphic? Where's my Luker graphic? Yeah, here it goes. I told you guys, Luker is soft. He's a fake tough guy. You guys see these videos of him talking trash to fans, calling fans pussy and all this stuff. Chat, this white boy is a certified bitch. Certified pussy nigga. I've seen Zaire Williams last year slap him in the face. He didn't do shit. I've seen Chris Dunn throw a ball into his chest. He didn't do shit. Jackson Hayes had to step in and push Chris Dunn. Luka's a certified hoe. He gets pushed around, he gets disrespected, he gets tried, and guess what? When he has enough, when it gets to a point where he can't take it anymore, he quits. This is why I tell you, quit signing white men. Why? Because they're mentally weak. They're soft. This is why you're never going to win. You guys think it's about basketball. It's not about basketball. It's about your mentality. What happened to Chet Holmgren when he played Victor Wembanyama? He folded like a lawn chair. What happened to Aston Reeves when we played OKC? He folded like a lawn chair. What happened to Luker when the playoffs came, when it was time to go You guys remember April the 2nd, chat? That was the MVP game. Remember, chat? We had 2 games in April versus OKC. Luka was in the MVP race. If he would have went to OKC and beat SGA in both of those games, he might have won the MVP. That was the 2 games for him to make his case for the MVP award. What happened April 2nd? He went to OKC, they put the clamps on his white ass, and he took his ball, and he went home, and he quit. Exactly. Don C was excited. Exactly. And we ain't heard from Don C since. We ain't seen the nigga since.
Before I get to the basketball game, because I hate that I got to keep doing this. For all you goofy ass niggas in the chat, right? Some of you niggas is weird. Y'all be name calling me, right? Just keep that same energy if you ever see me. That's all I'm going to say. Because some of y'all going to slap the fuck out of you. That's word to my mother.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Ladies and gentlemen, why do you guys think every single show I get up here and I shit on these white boys? You want to know why, chat? Because they're soft as cotton. They wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. They're bitches. It's got nothing to do with basketball. They're just weak. If you want to win a championship, okay, I'll give you guys a perfect example. Did you guys see what Victor Wembanyama was doing in the finals this year? Did you guys see how he was throwing around Jalen Brunson in the finals? You guys remember that? You guys remember when Jalen Brunson and De'Aaron Fox got into each other's faces? You guys remember when Victor Wembanyama got suspended for elbowing, I think it was Naz Reid? Hello? See, you guys, the way that these nerds, like the dude from As It Stands and the Mayonnaise Media and all these clowns, the way they analyze the game, it's only from like a nerd analytical perspective. But there's a whole other side to the game that doesn't show up on the box score. You have to be willing to fight to win a championship. Literally. If you're not willing to throw hand, why do you think Draymond Green has 4 championships? Take a listen to this clip from Draymond from LeBron's podcast or show, The Shop. Take a listen to this, folks.
I got it from this court.
For sure. Man. What was going to get me on the floor for the Warriors was to go bully somebody. Like, shut up, you punk-ass freshman. I think for me, I've always been a dog. Like, growing up in Saginaw, I had to be that to get on the court. Like, that was just how it had to be. I never had to be the dog that I am today to get back on the court until I got to the NBA. Like, that's what got me on the floor. Because, you know, like coming out of college, I was player of the year, all of that. But I quickly realized, ain't none of that shit getting me on the floor with this team. Right? You go try to fucking shoot them jump hooks there, Jay. Ain't none of that shit about to get me on this floor. What was going to get me on the floor for the Warriors was to go bully somebody, because I realized, like, oh, that's missing here. Like, nobody here is bullying anybody. Nobody's here speaking up. Nobody's, like, just bringing that tenacity to the floor. So I realized, like, my second day there, they need somebody to bring that dog, and that'll be my way onto the floor. Then I realized the moment you forget your way on the floor in the NBA, I can go fucking shoot 50% from 3 next year. If I'm just going to go shoot 50% from 3 and not be a dog, they're going to get me the hell out of here. Like, the moment you forget what got you there, you're done. They're going to get me out. And so at that point, I realized, all right, I got to keep that. And everything I add is cool, but I got to keep
Now, did you see that when you came out of high school? and went to Michigan State? Was it like that? Was it kind of
teacher.
that same thing? Like you was a freshman there and you was like maybe not playing as much. And then you looked and was like, oh shit, maybe there's not a guy like Draymond here. I got to bring that dog. Or was it like, or did you come out of high school and was already there and they were like, you know, put you out there and it was just already instilled in it?
It was already instilled in me, but we had a guy like that. We had Travis Walton, who
Okay, yeah, that's your
like,
dog.
You know,
Yeah, that's your
Trav,
dog, yeah.
You was the guy, man. You wasn't trying to be that
straight
dude,
up, like,
man. You was the guy, man. Come on, man.
My freshman year at Michigan State, I played 9 minutes a game. I averaged 3 points and 3 assists.
Wow,
3 points and 3 rebounds. Like, I had 127 points on the year. I had 127 rebounds on the year. I'll never forget it.
You've been consistent your whole life.
3.3 and 3.3. That's what I averaged. And but we had Travis in that. But for me, I don't know how to shut up. Like I
never guessed that.
If I think something,
Draymond don't know how to shut up. I would have never guessed that.
If I think something, I'm gonna say it. And at Michigan State, it wasn't really like that. Like Izzo would be like, "Shut up, you punk ass freshman."
Oh, Izzo said to you.
He would tell me that every time, and I'd be like, "All right," and then he'd say something else, like, "Hey, that really don't make sense." He'd be like, "You punk ass freshman, shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
And before I knew it, he started to like in the meetings, he's directing shit towards me. Like, well, Draymond, what do you think? Or,
he knew you was the one.
and
He
from
knew he was
that
the one.
point on, it just
That's
it
why
kinda
that's why
gave
Izzo was at your wedding.
me- Facts.
Dre and PJ, is it ever?
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys just heard Draymond, right? The reason why a team full of saltine crackers will never win is because they don't want to go fight anybody. That's the reality. They don't want to go fight. You know, you guys can go to Trevor Lane, you can go to Faker Nation, you can go listen to Jovan Booty. They're pussies too. They don't want to squabble. They don't want to get down. Dead homies, cuh. They're bitches too. You got this clown Jason Simp from the Faker Collective from Hoops Tonight. This bitch ass nigga did a whole video talking about, yeah, hey guys, you know, I'm taking a step back from, you know, the Faker Collective pod trash because, you know, I've just been doing too many shows and, you know, my heart is hurting. I'm like, what? This nigga, are you serious? This nigga acting like he outside every day like a Mexican slaving in the hot sun building houses or something. Nigga, you're sitting on your ass in a AC'd room every day flapping your dick suckers about the NBA and about the Fakers. He talking about some, yeah, I've overbooked myself. I'm overworking myself. I have to take a step back from the Faker Collective pod trash because I've just taken too much on. What? I said, no, this nigga's a bitch. I've never heard anything like that. You're not doing shit. So, like I said, chat, the reality of the situation, the reason I saw it in 2022, because I used to be a Draymond hater. I'm not going to lie. I used to be a Draymond hater. And I remember the finals in 2022. Draymond scored, the Celtics won game 1, right? They won game 1. So game 2, I was actually interested to see how the Warriors would respond. I watched Draymond Green go out onto that court and literally he was ready to fight Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Grant Williams, whoever. He was out there playing with them niggas. You guys remember when he pulled Jaylen Brown shorts down? You guys remember that? And then Jaylen Brown, he had to come out and he was like, "We are not afraid of Draymond Green." And then Draymond was like, "Yep, I know I got him." He knew he had him, chat. It's mental warfare. Right? It's war. You have to fight. You have to be willing to die out there. Is Luker and Aston willing and ready to fight? Are they ready to die for a championship? Are they willing to punch somebody, to swing on somebody? Are they willing to do that? You guys know the answer to that. The answer is no. That is why the Lakers will never be successful with white boys. This isn't basketball. You got to be ready to fight. You have to be an enforcer. You have to be a bully. Look at Kobe. Look at Kobe, chat. Was Kobe out there trying to be friendly with niggas? No, Kobe did all kinds of dirty shit. Kobe did all kinds of dirty shit. He'd elbow niggas. You know, he'd hit you when the refs weren't looking. He'd poke you in your back. Kobe had all kinds of dirty tactics. He did. He had all kinds of dirty tactics, chat. Trying to find the image of Jaylen Brown and Draymond. Oh yeah, here it is, right here. I found it, chat. Look at this. Who remembers this? When Draymond Green, when he was trying to pull Jaylen, he was trying to incite a fight. He was trying to get them off his game. He dirtied up the game. That's what you have to do. You guys think, oh yeah, Luker's just gonna go out there and I mean, you guys remember the finals in 2024? Didn't they make him cry? They made him cry, chat. You guys remember this moment, chat? When he was on the floor crying? Remember when he's like, you gotta fucking foul! Or no, he was like, you better challenge the fucking play. He was yelling at his coaching staff to challenge the play. They turned him into a baby, chat. He was crying like a baby. That's how bad they whooped his ass. It's embarrassing. They pulled his pants down and took turns on him, chat, in the finals. You guys heard the Magic Johnson clip, man.
We would look at you and break you down where you were weak, and then we would attack you, right? And so that's what the Lakers going to have to deal with once the playoff, because we saw it against Boston. Boston looked up and said, okay, I'm going to put Luka in the pick and roll. Every time. Yeah. And then Tatum had him saying, uh-oh, you on me? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to just go by past you or pull up for my jump shot, because he knew he could just beat him off the dribble. They did the same thing to Austin Reeves. So the two dudes they wanted to attack was Luka and Austin Reeves off the dribble. So Jaylen Brown said, oh, my turn. You had a big first half.
Right, my turn now.
My turn now. And that's how they beat the Lakers. Yeah.
Like I said, chat, you know, I've been trying to tell you Faker fans, dude, nobody gives a flying fuck about these white boys, man. You guys are going to see, man. You guys are going to see. Okay, shout out to GD with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
I just wanna be
LeBron fans.
You said y'all must not see how they are using Clark's format of mediocre Caucasians getting paid in the NBA while the blacks got to be super ninjas. Exactly. We got the Tethernator. You said she was in college for 5 years and didn't win shit. Talking about Caitlin Clark. You said, shout to CP3. You said Wemby will have to be the face of the NBA after LeBron. Folks, why do you think Adam Silver is waiting for LeBron to make his decision? Nobody wants to see these white boys on the Lakers next year. They are going to get exposed, man. They are soft. Okay? They're soft, man. It just is what it is, chat.
Hey, wait a minute. You set me up, punk ass motherfucker. Cut me. Yo, hey, you set me up. Look. Raymond. Now, I seen you hustle, man. Hey, I ain't never used no goofy white motherfucker like that. Hey, who you calling goofy white motherfucker? Hey, you okay, goofy white motherfucker. Let's go.
Aston has been in the NBA for going on 7 years now. This nigga's 30 years old. We've never seen him get into a scuffle. We've never seen him raise a finger at anybody. You want to know why? Because he's a pussy. Luker. When have we ever seen Luker raise his hand at somebody? When has he ever pushed anybody? Look at this, chat. What I tell you guys. Nobody cares anymore. Look at this. Indiana Fever home sellouts by season. 2024. 80% sold out. Her first year. 2025. 8 of 20. 40%. Look at this year. 2026. 2 of 13. Nobody gives a shit anymore. I thought she was the face. I thought she was the new face of the W. The bitch sucks. It's just that simple, folks. It's going to be the same thing with the fakers next year. Nobody's going to your games. Nobody's tuning in to watch Luker and Aston and Walker Kessler. Get the fuck out of here. The whole league wants to know, including Adam Silver, the fucking commissioner, where is LeBron going? And y'all telling me he's not worth $50 million a season. Got this stupid fuck nigga named Black Hater. Oh yeah, Reggie, LeBron isn't worth $50 million a season anymore. Shut your goofy white ass up, you fucking clown. Telling you guys, man. And we talked about this on the show we did earlier. You know, niggas talking about, oh, LeBron is old. Bro, okay, so where are the 23-year-olds at? Where are the young niggas at? They suck. Paolo Banchero. Like, Anthony, these niggas can't even get to a finals, man. LeBron got to a finals at 22. 22 years old. At least I got to give Wemby his credit. He got to the finals at 22 too. What about the rest of y'all? What about Paolo? What about Anthony Edwards? Right? What about, you know, the rest of y'all young niggas? When are y'all going to get to the finals? When are y'all going to do something? They suck. That's why when niggas was like, oh, well, LeBron shouldn't go play with Steph. I'm like, yo, we gotta stop that, dude. I get it, they're older, but if they're healthy come playoff time, come on, man, they can beat the majority of these teams off of experience alone. Off of experience alone, they can beat y'all. How many finals has LeBron played in? Oh, the East was weak. Well, okay, so how come Giannis has been to 1 finals? How come nobody can dominate the East the way LeBron did since the East is so weak? How come? Exactly. Oh, the East was weak when LeBron was in it. Oh, okay. Well, isn't it still weak? Who's over there now? The East is still weak, right? So why can't these niggas get to the finals every year? The only team, no, there's 2 teams. The Celtics and the Heat. They're the only ones that have been to multiple finals since LeBron left the conference. And the Heat never won, and the Celtics got 1 ring. But the East is weak. Okay, so why can't you niggas win? Because you suck. It ain't about the East being weak. It's no, you niggas just suck. LeBron is the GOAT. Phone lines are open, folks. You said Asia Wilson runs the NBA? Yeah, okay. Like I said, them hoes suck to me, man. I don't really keep up with that shit, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really keep up with it. You said someone needs to take the microphone from Rick Bucher? Rick Bucher. Rick Bucher's a fucking joke, man. You said, what if we wake up tomorrow on LeBron's Laker and the whole thing was so Rob could get players that wouldn't come play with LeBron in the first place?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
You said since LeBron left, you don't hear that shit anymore? You said Rich Paul was not even taking phone calls from the Lakers front office. He finished his contract and now just wants to win. You said Caitlyn can have 8 assists and 6 turnovers and she's generational. If LeBron has 10 assists and 3 turnovers, he sucks. I hope Angel gets better. She needs better teachers. Yeah. Caitlin Clark sucks, dude. Like, the jig is up, bro. Like I said, bro, you have to sustain greatness for years, you know? Like, you have to sustain it, bro. You can't have one good season and then you fall off. You know what I mean? You said LeBron should get a franchise off of what he's generated for the league. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, when LeBron James retires, bro, the NBA is in serious trouble, bro. They're literally showing you that, bro. Adam Silver is literally telling you that. He don't even want to make the schedule without knowing where LeBron is going. LeBron is the face of he is basketball. Fuck the NBA. Fuck a team. LeBron is basketball. When you think of basketball, you think of LeBron James. I know I do. I'm telling y'all, bro, these other dudes, they suck, man. Luka sucks. I'm tired of y'all sitting here acting like, oh, he's generational. He led the league in scoring. He took 30 shots a game. Y'all keep sitting up here acting like these dudes are good, bruh. They're taking 30 shots a game. It takes him 30 shots a game just to get 30 points, man. He sucks. You've been in the league 10 years. You still ain't got an MVP yet? Telling y'all, bro, these niggas, bro, y'all be gassing these niggas, bro. These niggas are garbage, bro. Luka is garbage. That's why he been traded twice already. I told y'all, bro, the NBA is a Ponzi scheme. That's all this is. It's a Ponzi scheme, man. These niggas aren't even that good anymore. I remember when NBA players used to be good. These niggas are garbage. Niggas shoot 30 times a game to get 30 points. He's like Kobe. That's how Kobe went out. Kobe's last game, he shot 50 shots to get 60 points. I get the fuck out of here, man. You niggas suck, dude. You niggas need 50 shots to get 60 points. Like, bro, you're trash, bro. Hang it up, bro. Hang it up, bro. And y'all gassed it like it was some great performance. This man was bricking shots all night. Hey, nameless Vin, quit typing in all caps, dude. I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna send you to the afterlife. Quit typing in all caps, dude. You said the Las Vegas Jacks and Seattle Supersonics? I'm not gonna lie, the Las Vegas Jacks is a horrible name. That is a horrible name for a team. You said they're trying to give Luka an MVP, but he's cooked? Luka sucks, man. Seriously, Luka sucks, dude. He's not really great at anything, you know? I can't really say Luka's really great at anything because of how much he dominates the ball. You know, it's like, oh, but he averages 8 assists. It's like, but he has the ball in his hands for 40 minutes a night. Like, anybody can do that. Like, anybody, bruh. If your coach, right, if we're playing, let's say we go back to high school or AAU or whatever, right, and your coach is like, yo, bro, I'm going to give you the ball. You can do basically whatever you want. We're going to play through you. You can shoot as much as you want, blah, blah, blah. Most niggas can go get 20, 25 points, bruh. Exactly. You're right, Constellar. He is good at foul baiting. I forgot. You're right. That is his best attribute, is foul baiting. Seriously. I actually forgot about that. You're right. He's a great foul baiter. But yeah, when you dominate the ball as much as Luka does, it's hard to really say what he's really good at because he just has the ball in his hands more than anybody. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Luka doesn't really play basketball. Yeah, he's playing like ball hog ball. That's what he plays. Yeah, he plays ball hog ball. Yo, that's crazy. Ball hog ball, that's crazy. I gotta put that on a t-shirt. That was good, bro. Ball hog ball. Yeah, put a picture of Luker on a t-shirt. Matter of fact, we're going to put this picture of Luker right here. This is the one right here. We're going to put this picture of Luker, and then we're going to put Ball Hog Ball on the shirt. That would be a great shirt. That's what he plays. He doesn't play basketball. He plays Ball Hog Ball. This isn't basketball, chat. This isn't basketball. He doesn't play basketball. He plays Ball Hog Ball. He just ball hogs. He just ball hogs from his team. He ball hogs from everybody. And then people say he's good. You know, it's just like, come on, man. Anybody would be good if they literally didn't pass the ball to anybody. Like, literally. If anybody can be good if they, you know how good I would have been if my coaches growing up would have just been like, yeah, every possession we're going to basically run the offense through you. You don't really got to pass it, you know. You can wait till, you know, the last few seconds, throw a bomb to somebody, you know, just throw lobs to niggas. You know how good I could have been, man. We weren't even taught to play like this. This wasn't even taught to us. If you would have played like Luker, you wouldn't have went far back in the day. It's the most selfish brand of basketball I've ever witnessed. Exactly. He only passes if he has to. Exactly. You said, what's the difference between Luker and Harden? Harden was better. He was more athletic. Yeah, Harden was just better. In all honesty, Harden was just better. Luker isn't even Harden. He's a lesser athletic, less flashy, white version of James Harden. Harden was electric. Like I said, go back and watch some highlights from like 2018, 2019. Prime Harden was electric. He was, you know, more athletic. You know, he had a better handle. And he was probably a little bit more efficient too. Luka's not efficient at all. For the amount of shots he takes, he's not efficient. Like, he just sucks to me, man. Like, I can't stand him. I can't stand Luka. He sucks, man. He's trash. He's trash, bro. Don't even get me started on Aston. Aston shouldn't even be in the NBA, in all honesty. Like, he's just dog shit. You know, like I said, he's a federal informant, so it is what it is. He's a CIA COINTELPRO operations agent, so it is what it is. You said not disagreeing, but Shumpert made a point. A lot of players cosplay Harden style. Okay. You said heard that Russ is going to Miami. Okay. Cool. He said exactly, and set 5 screens and jack as many threes as you want, since refs allow Luker to jump into defenders if they are close anywhere. If they're anywhere close to him. Okay. You said, yeah, Harden was definitely more efficient. Yeah, his game was just more aesthetically pleasing too. Like, you could tolerate him because, you know, like I said, his handle, like when he used to get into his bag and do the you know, dribble, you know, between the leg, you know, all that extra shit he would be doing. Like, it was fun to watch. It really was. Like, I'll give you an example. Here's the difference between Harden and Luker. You guys remember that one play Harden had on, I think his name was Wesley Johnson, when the Rockets played the Clippers? You guys remember when Harden dropped the dude and he just fell to the floor and Harden just looked at him and then he drained the three? Tell me one moment Luka has had like that. Tell me one time he did that last year to a defender. Like, he's not a basketball player. He's just not. Like, a part of the game is like showmanship, you know, just doing things that like make you want to tune into the game. You know, I'll give you another example. Kyrie is the same type of player. Like, he brings a certain level of showmanship to the game. You know? Like, he'll make defenders look stupid. You know, like, he'll have like a couple plays throughout the game where it's just like, yo, that's tough. You know what I mean? Like, that's a tough play. You know what I mean? Luka doesn't do that. He doesn't have moments throughout the game that you're just like, yo, that was nice. His game is literally step back threes and foul baiting. That's his basketball game. Step back threes and foul baiting. His dribble, he doesn't have this overly flashy dribble. He's not a wizard with the basketball like Kyrie. Like, he's just boring. All he does all game is spam step back threes all game. That's all he does. Yo, I'm about to block this nigga, man. I literally told you stop typing all caps. I'm about to block you. Get out the chat, dude. Exactly, Constellar. It's literally foul baiting or step back threes. That's all it is. There's no showmanship. There's nothing that makes you get up out your seat and be like, oh my God. Like, come on. LeBron had like 113 dunks last year. You guys remember that one game when we played the Rockets and LeBron was like 13 of 14 from the field and he had like 6 dunks in the game? You guys remember that game earlier this season? I think it was the first time we played the Rockets. Let me see. I think this was like, what, in March? Yeah. Yeah, when LeBron had like 30. Let me see. Exactly. That was that game. Look at this, chat. You guys remember this game? When LeBron had 30 points, was 13 of 14 from the field. He missed 1 shot, 2 of 2 from three-point line. He had 6 dunks in this game. 6. This is why I've always been a LeBron fan, right?
LeBron fans.
Because LeBron, he to me, what separates like a LeBron from like a Kobe, for example, it's the playing style for me. Like, I just never could get, like, I just never was that big of a Kobe fan. I couldn't. LeBron was just, he was must-see television, bruh. The dunks he would do through, you know, during a game, it'd be like, oh, you guys remember LeBron's first game as a Laker? Who remembers LeBron's first game as a Laker? You guys remember his first points as a Laker? When he stole the inbound pass, and then he was on the break for a wide open dunk, and his first points as a Laker was a tomahawk dunk. And then he did it again. He had another dunk as a Laker. Those are his first 2 plays. It's like, I remember watching that shit, bro. I was like, let's fucking go. Like, I was hyped as a motherfucker when he did that shit. That's what niggas pay to see. That's what you want to see. You think I want to pay to see some fucking bum-ass white boy foul baiting all game? Taking 100 step back threes a game? Luka sucks to me, man. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. He's trash. He is, bro. He's trash, bro. I'm sorry. He's trash. I mean, even this game, chat. Look at the box score. So look at LeBron's box score, right? LeBron was 13 for 14 from the field, 2 for 2 from the three-point line. He had 30 points. Look at this bum-ass nigga, man. This nigga took 17 3.
I just wanna be free.
Like, Luka, look, you just standing there. Look, watch this again, Luka. He just went right by. Luka, what are you doing?
I'll say there was some effort on that one.
I just wanna be
Fouling! Luka, what are you doing? Get back into play, Luka. Luka! You would hate me. Luka, come on, bro.
Chat, you niggas thought I was trolling when I said his entire game is literally spamming step back threes the whole fucking game. This nigga took 17 threes, gang. Who wants to watch that? This is why I was never a Steph Curry fan. I remember LeBron said it back in the day. He was like, I guess chicks dig the long ball these days. You know? It's just like, bro, who wants to watch that? I've just always been a LeBron fan, chat. I've just always been a LeBron guy. I just can't get with these niggas and their playing style.
LeBron fans.
I just can't get with it, chat. I just can't. I can't get with their playing style, bro. I've always been a fan of LeBron's game, bro. I've just always been a fan of his game, bro. You know? Attack the basket, bro. Go dunk the ball. Go do something exciting. You know? These niggas spamming 17 threes in a game. Don't dunk. Your handle's garbage. You ain't crossing nobody over. You're not doing nothing exciting. Niggas suck, bruh. I'm sorry, chat. These niggas sorry, bruh. If y'all would have told me this is where basketball was headed, I'd have been like, bro, no. There's no way. I'm telling you, if I was growing up in this generation, that's all I would do is just spam threes, bruh. That's literally all I would do. I would just spam threes all game. On God, I would. If I was like 13, 14 in this generation, I'm spamming threes all game. On God, I would. I'd get up at least 15 threes a night. This is insanity. We never played basketball like that, bro. I've never played in a basketball game where somebody got up 17 threes, bro. We never played the game this way, bro. They have ruined our sport, bro. This is ridiculous. Who shoots 17 threes in an NBA game, bro? Trash, bro. Straight trash. You said Luka is a high volume second option. The Lakers should have let Aston walk and signed a defender. Luka would be happy making 40 to 50 million while LeBron makes 50 to 59 plus a front court scorer. I thought that's what they were going to do. I thought they were going to let Aston walk and then re-sign LeBron. These motherfuckers gave LeBron's money to Reeves. I said, there's just no fucking way. This is the most racist team I've ever seen. He said spam 17 threes and then complain to the ref after every play with no defense. Luka is garbage, man. Exactly. You say trying to validate himself because he has nothing else. Steph Curry is at least an elite three-point shooter, though. Luka ass is shot jacking. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You know, if Luka were taking the same amount of shots as LeBron, he would get exposed. I mean, look at this game in particular. Luka had to take 9 more shots than LeBron did. And he only scored 10 more points. So imagine if he would have taken, 14 shots like LeBron did. LeBron would have outplayed him. LeBron is a better player than this dude, man. And this is why I think Luka was jealous of LeBron. Because think about it. Luka's entire career, he's never played with a player that was better than him. Why do you think Luka sabotaged LeBron at the end of the season by not playing? He could have played. He didn't want to play. He wanted to purposely sabotage LeBron. And he was scared of OKC. He was ducking smoke. He's a pussy. But this is why I think they ran LeBron out of town. Because LeBron was really... See, when we got to the playoffs, LeBron really exposed everybody. Like, he exposed Luka. He exposed Aston. He exposed the mayonnaise media. This is why Luka didn't want to play. Why didn't Luka vouch for LeBron like he did Aston? Why? Remember the narrative was, oh, Luka wants to play with Aston. He wants the Lakers to re-sign Aston. How come he didn't vouch for LeBron to stay? How come he didn't tell Rob Pelinka, yo, I want LeBron, keep LeBron? Because he was jealous of LeBron. Why was he jealous? Because LeBron was better than him. He was outplaying Luka pretty much every night that they were on the floor together. I've been told y'all this. The only reason Luka has better numbers than LeBron is because he takes more shots. Why do you think every first quarter he was out there spamming shots all first quarter? He was trying to get ahead of the curve. He knew LeBron was going to, get his points. So he's like, let me just spam in the first quarter, get 15, 20 quick. So that way when LeBron starts scoring, he got to basically catch up to me. That's all that was about, chat. Luka is not better than LeBron. That's why Luka doesn't like LeBron. Luka wants to be the guy. He doesn't want to have to defer. He doesn't want you to show him up. He doesn't want you to outplay him. He wants to be the guy. When he played with Porzingis, he was the guy. When he played with Brunson, he was the guy. When he played with Kyrie, he was the guy. This was the first time he goes to somebody else's team and he's not the guy. Why do you think he was spamming shots every game? To prove he's the guy, when in reality, he's not. You see how LeBron could take a step back and still dominate? LeBron can take a step back and still dominate. Luka, the only way he can dominate is by taking a step forward. That's the difference between Luka and LeBron. Luka sucks. You're getting outplayed by a 41-year-old. You're trash, dude. You're trash. That's why they hate LeBron. That's why they didn't want LeBron back. That's why they didn't vouch for LeBron. If Luka wanted LeBron on the Fakers, LeBron would probably still be on the Fakers. If Luka said, yo, keep LeBron, LeBron would still be there. But he'd rather have Aston, because Aston will do what? He'll kiss his ass. That's why his name is Aston. See, Aston will kiss Luka's ass. LeBron's not going to kiss Luka's ass. And another thing, too, is you guys got to realize Luka doesn't like to be held accountable. See, when LeBron's on your team, you're going to be held to a standard of excellence. You're playing with the GOAT. That's why they want LeBron out. Because now they can be mediocre in private. There's not going to be this media circus following them now. You know, there's not going to be these debates every single morning following Luka now. You guys don't think Luka heard the narrative? People were calling this dude out the entire year. He was campaigning for the MVP. Oh, I don't know what else I have to do to get the MVP. The reason he didn't get it because everybody on all the shows was calling him out for his playing style, for his defense. That's why he's never going to get the MVP. That's why he still hasn't gotten it yet. And then when you combine that with LeBron, because you know how LeBron fans are.
LeBron fans.
We know good basketball. We're LeBron fans. We know what good basketball looks like. We know when niggas suck. And I was the main one. I was leading the charge of LeBron fans.
LeBron fans.
I was telling y'all the whole year. I'm like, bro, this nigga's garbage. And people started to catch on. They started to wake up. Like, wait a second. Yo, this nigga Reggie's kind of right, bro. This nigga Luka ain't that good. That's why he didn't vouch for LeBron. That's why he didn't vouch for LeBron. Because LeBron fans was tearing his white ass up last season. We were on his ass. So he said, nah, I don't want to. Nah, hey, Rob, re-sign Austin. I want to play with Austin and Walker Kessler. Luka doesn't want to be held to a standard of winning. He doesn't want to be held to a Kobe standard. He doesn't want to be held to a LeBron standard. Luka wants to lose in peace. He wants to buy his Bugattis, ride around LA in his Bugatti in peace. He's not Kobe. He's not LeBron. He's not Magic. He's not Shaq. He's not Kareem. He's not none of those guys. Luka is a loser. And he gets paid like a winner, so what is the incentive for him to win? This is the modern NBA. It's a Ponzi scheme. They stat pad, they get paid, and then they quit. That's the modern NBA. Wake the fuck up. Wake up, folks. What is the incentive for Luka when he's already on a $165 million contract, right? Extension. He just came off of a, rookie max extension with the Mavericks. They said in 2 years he'll be eligible for $400 million. What is the incentive for him to be great? Go look at LeBron's contracts when he came in the league. Go look at how much money LeBron was making when he came in the league. LeBron didn't make $40 million until he was 37 years old. They're paying Luka $50 million and he's 27, 28. Why would he need to get better? For what? Why would he need to get better, chat? Look at this, chat. This is LeBron. LeBron came in 2003. $4 million. $4 million. $4 million. $5 million. That's his rookie contract. Then he got bumped up. $13 million. $14 million. $15 million. Then he goes to Miami. He takes a pay cut. $14 million. $12 million. $17 million, $19 million. Then he goes to Cleveland, signs a 2-year deal for $40 million. Then he re-ups up for another 2 years. Now he's making $30 million, $33 million. He's 33 at this point. Then he comes to LA, signs with LA, 4-year deal. 4 years, 154. Now he's at 34, making 35, 37, 39. He didn't start making $40 million until he was 37 years old. They're giving bums $46 million now. Bums. What is the incentive now? There's no incentive. Let's pull up Michael Jordan. Let's go to Michael Jordan, chat. 1984. Michael Jordan. He made $500,000 his rookie year. Second year, $630. He's not even making $1 million. 86. 700,000. 87. 800,000. Then look, finally started getting some, real money. 25 years old, he made $2 million. 26, 2.3. 27, 2.5. Right? 28, 3.2. 29, 4 million. 30, 4 million. 31, 3.8. 32, 3.8. Now he starts making the real bucks in 96. He's 33 years old. Now he's finally getting what he's been deserving. Now he gets 30 million a season. 97, 30 million a season. And then he makes, a couple million in Washington. This man made $93 million. This is the GOAT. $93 million, chat. I mean, you got bums now making. I mean, they gave Aston what? $185 million for doing what? What has he done to even deserve that amount of money? Nothing. He's a federal informant. He's a federal informant. Now let's pull up Lucre. Like I said, all these new NBA players are eating off the backs of Michael Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. That's it. Now let's go to Lucre. His first year, he made 6.5. Second year, 7.2. Third year, 8 million. Fourth year, 10 million. So then he signs his rookie extension. Now he gets bumped up to 37 million. Then he goes to 40 million. Then 25, I don't know what. I'm guessing he made like 40 something, probably like 42. Yeah, probably like 42 million, 40, 42. And then last year he made 46. And then next year he's going to make 50. The year after that he's going to make 53. And then the year after that he's going to make 57. Why would you think he cares about winning? You think he cares? Honestly, you think he cares? He's already made 200 million. In the next 3 years, he's going to make another 150. He doesn't care about winning, man. He's just going to keep buying Bugattis and he's going to be chilling in LA. He's going to buy him a nice house. He's going to hang out at the beach with Aston. They're going to play in each other's bussies. And then that's it. You said that amount of money is diabolical? It's a Ponzi scheme. That's what it is, bro. It's a Ponzi scheme. The NBA is a Ponzi scheme, dude. Trust and believe the Illuminati, they're going to require Luka to do something strange for this money. Come on, man. Luka's going to get that call pretty soon, dude, from the Illuminati. They're about to give him a $150 million loan over the next 3 years. They're going to make their call soon. Everybody will pay their dues with the Illuminati. It just is what it is. I mean, you guys saw what happened this season. He went through a humiliation ritual. Nobody's exempt, chat. How come when he was in Texas, nobody heard any stories about this dude? Then as soon as he comes to LA, now all of a sudden his baby mama, is moving back to Yugoslavia, and she's taking the kids and she's trying to put them on child support. What do you call that, chat? It's an Illuminati humiliation ritual. Welcome to LA. Yeah, welcome to LA, Luker. Don't worry, he's gonna have to make some sacrifices here soon. I think his wife knows what deal he signed. That's why she took the family to Yugoslavia. She doesn't want any part of the Illuminati. His wife doesn't want any parts of the Illuminati. Luker and his ex-fiance ended their engagement after she relocated with their 2 daughters back to Slovakia, sparking an international custody and child support legal dispute. Luker thought he was exempt from the Illuminati rituals. No, you're not. No. They're giving you $50 million a year. You think that's free money? No, dude. That's not free money, man. That's Illuminati. That's an Illuminati loan. That's what that is. They're going to give you an Illuminati loan, and you have to pay it back in blood. Luker's girlfriend, she realized what this dude got himself into, and she took the kids and she fled back to her country of Yugoslavia. She doesn't want any parts of the Illuminati. She doesn't want any parts of this crap. How come all of a sudden when they get to LA, she's like, nah, I'm out of here. This place is demonic. She went back to Yugoslavia. She went back to her home country. She's a smart woman. If you're smart, you're getting out of LA. That is the Illuminati headquarters. Seriously. LA is the Illuminati headquarters. You guys saw Drake got up out of there. Drake has left. LeBron left. Kawhi left. You have to leave LA or you will die. That is where the Illuminati is headquartered. Look at this. Drake has largely left Los Angeles. You guys think this shit is a game?
I just wanna be free.
LeBron fans.
Selling his smaller properties and trying to unload his final massive Beverly Hills estate, though the mega mansion has struggled to find a buyer. He sold his Hidden Hills properties. And he put his Beverly Hills mansion up for sale, his main base. He spends the majority of his time outside of California, primarily residing at his custom Toronto estate known as the Embassy. That's a smart man. Go to Toronto, dude. I told y'all, Los Angeles is where the Illuminati is headquartered. You go out there, you're going to die. It's that simple. You're going to die. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Rest in peace, Biggie Smalls. Rest in peace, P&B Rock. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, Michael Jackson. Who else has gotten clapped in LA, chat? Who else has gotten clapped in LA, chat? That's where everybody gets clapped at. If you're in the Hollywood and entertainment business, if you move out there, you're gonna have to get down with the Illuminati, and if you get out of line, they will clap you. Go ask Kobe. They turned his TV off. Exactly. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Exactly. LA is where niggas go to die. Luker's wife, she went out there when Luker got traded. She felt the energy. She's like, nah, this doesn't feel right. I gotta go back to Yugoslavia. She went back to Yugoslavia. You can't blame her. You know, Drake, same thing. Drake knew what time it was. He can't be living in LA beefing with Kendrick Lamar. You're gonna get clapped. You're gonna get clapped. Drake fled LA. I haven't heard of Drake ever returning to LA since the Kendrick Lamar beef. Seriously. He went and bought a house in Texas, and he has his mega mansion, obviously, in Toronto, the Embassy. It's a beautiful home, too, by the way. One of the nicer homes I've ever seen, honestly. Drake's house in Toronto. It's one of the nicer homes I've ever seen. Shout out to Drake for that. That house in the Embassy in Toronto, whatever that shit's called, that is a nice ass house, man. Like that was an amazing custom built home. Drake's house in Toronto. It's nice, chat. Like he's got good taste. I will say that about Drake. He got good taste, man. I really did like that house he built. I watched a video on it. Man. I think he started building it, I think back in like 2016, if I'm not mistaken, chat. And then I think he finally completed it maybe like in 2019. It took a few years for them to build it. But yeah, it's an amazing home.
In 2019, Drake made number 5 on Forbes' list of the richest rappers, and he was the youngest on the list by 10 years. The Toronto-born hip-hop star has found success hard and fast, and he likes to live his life the same way. Between jetting off in his private plane, endorsing the Raptors, running OVO, and spoiling his son, Drake has found lots of uses for his $150 million net worth. His latest expense is a $100 million custom-designed compound called the Embassy. You know you're curious about how Drake spends his fortune, so let's dive right in and find out.
In the middle of Hackney hustling, it could be in music, you could be building houses, you could be doing whatever, but...
Drake's private compound in Bridle Path, Toronto is built to give the superstar some privacy. The rapper even got special permission from the city of Toronto to build the fences around his house twice the legal height. And he also shelled out about $1 million for tall trees to put around the property. It's no wonder that the private neighborhood, which has housed celebrities like Celine Dion and even Prince, is called Millionaire's Row. But why wouldn't you want top-notch security at a brand new luxury mansion nicknamed the Embassy? Once you get past those fences, Drake's new home welcomes you with lavish materials like limestone, wood, and bronze. But the 50,000 square foot custom mansion isn't meant to just look nice. It's supposed to be practical too, which is why Drake and architect Ferris Rafali designed it with some of the rapper's favorite hobbies in mind. The home has an NBA regulation-sized indoor basketball court, so that Drake and his friends can get in a quick game of ball before they head to his private recording studio. The studio comes complete with a cozy lounge decorated with some of Drake's favorite action figures. And that's not the only impressive collection Drake has. He has an entire room called the Awards Room, where he displays all of his achievements. And just off of
Shut your bitch ass up!
Okay. Yeah. You guys get the point, man. You guys get the point, man. Pretty nice home, man. You said Hollywood killed Donda West to control Kanye? Once again, dude. Yeah, she's another one. I think she died in LA too. Once again. He said, good Lord, the devil is a lie. Shout out, Ty. Once again, folks. When they give you that money, you have to make sacrifices. You guys think these players signing 50, 70 million a season, you guys think, this is to play basketball? Come on, man. No, you're going to make some sacrifices, dude. Literally. Motherfuckers getting $70 million to work 6 months out the year playing basketball. Get the fuck out of here. That's an Illuminati loan. That's what that is, dude. An Illuminati loan. So it is what it is. Luker, like I said, you better ask Kobe, dude. You better ask Kobe. Like I said, just stay out the way, Luker. If I were you, I'd get a crib, get you a crib somewhere in Orange County somewhere. Get you a crib over there in Huntington Beach somewhere nice. Stay out the way, and don't get on any helicopters. Okay? Don't get on any helicopters. I don't know how anybody in their right mind can get on a helicopter after Kobe. I'm afraid of helicopters now. I never been on one, but I know damn well I won't be getting on one now. I'm not getting on a helicopter. You said AR really took the money? Yeah, he's going to have to make sacrifices too. Once again, that's an Illuminati loan. It's a Ku Klux Klan contract. Signed in wild boar blood. That's what somebody said. He said he signed it in wild boar blood. Yeah, he did something strange for a piece of change, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if he bent over for Rob Pelinka and gave Rob Pelinka his bussy. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Ty, you said, likewise, I'll be damned. Yeah, I'm not getting in a helicopter, dude. I'm just not doing it. So like I said, dude, you dudes signing these deals, man, signing these Illuminati deals, like I said, just be prepared when the Illuminati comes a-calling. You got to sacrifice one of your family members, dude. It just is what it is. Ask Kobe, ask Kanye, right? Ask Kim Kardashian, right? And what happened to her daddy? What happened to Kim Kardashian's daddy? What happened to Kanye West's mom? I mean, have you guys been listening to Drake on his new album? Matter of fact, what's that song on Drake's album? Let's go through the lyrics real quick, because you guys think this Illuminati thing is a game. Let me show you guys. Let me see. Iceman. What's the last song? Oh yeah, Make Them Know. Since you guys think the Illuminati is a game, let me go ahead and show you these Drake. These people are literally telling you they're in the Illuminati, chat. I mean, they're not hiding this stuff anymore. Okay, so this is Drake on the song Make Them Know. The last song on Iceman. So he says, I'm going back to Cali, right? Who went back to Cali and died out there? That's Biggie. That's Biggie that went out there and got clapped. So he says, I'm going back to Cali. I got hearts in both of my eyes. I'm sleeping with death on my mind because the shots that I called in my time. And karma has been on my side, but I also just heard that she's blind. That bitch might just switch on a dime because she can't even see I'm a god. Whatever. So he's telling you guys, chat, he's gotten people clapped before. You guys aren't paying attention. Why do you think he's singing about how he wants to be free?
I just wanna be free.
Why do you guys think he's singing about how he wants to be free? Because he knows he's a slave to the Illuminati. You guys, like I said, you guys don't want to have no deep conversation. It's okay. I'll shut the stream off. You know, it's damn near 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll shut the stream off if this is a little too deep for you guys. You know, we can just go ahead and pack it up. Okay? But it's right in front of your face, folks. Drake is not hiding this stuff anymore. I'm going back to Cali. I got hearts in both of my eyes. I'm sleeping with death on my mind because the shots that I called in my time. He's telling you guys he's a shot caller. Didn't they say he got X clapped? I don't know. Listen, Drake, I don't know what you... listen, you didn't do nothing, King. I don't know what you did, King. You're innocent to me, King. I don't want no smoke. I don't know nothing. I'm just saying what they said. You know, this is what they said on the internet, chat. Go look it up. Go look up the XXX situation. They said, didn't he put out an Instagram post where he said if I get clapped, Drake did it? Hold on, chat. XXX Tentacion Drake IG post. Yeah. You guys remember this? The viral 2018 Instagram story posted by XXX Tentacion claimed, if anyone kills me, it was Drake, I'm snitching. And then he ends up dead. So once again, Drake is letting us know that he's a shot caller. You know, he's got death on his mind because of the shots that he's called in his time. Okay. He's telling everybody. And then here's my thing. Why am I even apologizing, Drake? You're the one telling us you're in the Illuminati. You said niggas in the hood get hit for $3K. Imagine what they're doing in the industry. Niggas get hit for $20. Seriously, niggas get clapped for less than that. Real talk. A nigga will clap you for disrespect. It don't even got to be about no money. A nigga could feel you disrespected him, he'll clap you. It don't even got to be about money. But chat, are you guys paying attention to Drake when he's rapping, or are you guys just, you know, nodding your head and not even reading the lyrics, chat? I mean, he's telling us what he's involved in. He read the lyrics. I'm going back to Cali. That's a Biggie lyric. When Biggie went to Cali, what happened? He got clapped. He should have never went to Cali. So this is a Biggie reference. I'm going back to Cali. I got hearts in both of my eyes. I'm sleeping with death on my mind because the shots that I called in my time. He knows he's got to pay for the shots that he's called. He knows it. See, I don't go to sleep with death on my mind. You want to know why? Because I'm not calling shots on niggas. I'm not getting niggas clapped. So I don't go to sleep with death on my mind. Why is he going to sleep with death on his mind? Because he knows karma is real. That's why he says, and karma has been on my side, but I also just heard that she's blind. That bitch just might switch on a dime. See, I'm going to tell you guys some real shit, right? I grew up in church, okay? Here's what you guys got to realize. If the music that you're listening to is not of God, it's of the devil. There's really no in between. I'm going to say that again. If the music you're listening to is not of God, it's of the devil. Do with that information as you may. This is the reason why I like Michael Jackson, right? You know, when I went and saw the Michael Jackson movie, the thing that I love about Michael Jackson is his music was pure. It was pure. It wasn't demonic. It wasn't, you know, put it to you like this. You can listen to Michael Jackson with like your mother or your grandmother, right? You can't listen to King Von with your mother unless your mom's from the fucking ghetto. Unless your mom is some fucking hood rat bitch, then maybe, you know. I've seen mothers like that where, you know, niggas' mamas are just some hood rat fucking ghetto bitch. So if you got a mama like that, then okay, but you know, if you have a mother that has any level of like respect, right? You can't put on a King Von song. You know, you can't put on murder music, you know. But you can play a Michael Jackson song. You want to know why? Because, I mean, look at the lyrics. You know, one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs is Off the Wall. I love that song. It's one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs, right? And if you read the lyrics, chat, there's nothing demonic about it. There's nothing demonic about it. It's a feel-good song. You know what I mean? Gotta leave that 9 to 5 up on the shelf and just enjoy yourself. Groove. Let the madness in the music get to you. Life ain't so bad at all. Living off the wall. This is a beautiful song. This is not demonic. You can play this in church. Seriously, you can play this song in church. You know? Yeah, a lot of the artists y'all be listening to, man, these niggas they're the devil. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I rarely even listen to music these days. Once you realize that it's all just like kind of demonic, I mean, it's hard for me to even listen to a lot of the music nowadays. I listen to like a lot of old music now. You know? I listen to a lot of older music now, or I just don't listen to music really at all. But, you know, I'm still a hood nigga. So I still listen to, you know, all the ratchet shit too. But I listen to my ratchet hood niggas. You know, I still listen to, you know, Future and Gunna, you know. I still listen to all the ratchet shit too, but not as much as I used to, right? I don't just like consume that shit all day, every day, you know. Every now and then if I'm going out, you know, if I'm looking for some sluts or something, sure. You know, I'll put on some Future, some Gunna, you know, because it's about to be a night of debauchery, okay? It is. It's going to be a night of debauchery.
You a freaky frog!
Right? So I'll put on some Gunna. I'll put on some Young Thugger. Thugger, motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'll put on some, you know, Rich Homie. You know? Some, you know, whatever the fuck, right? some Drake. You know, I put on that debauchery when I'm gonna go do some, you know, debauchery. But, you know, just on my day-to-day, Monday through Thursday, I'm really not even consuming rap music like that. You know? But like I said, if I'm going out, you know, if I know I'm going to go outside and I'm going to get, you know, it's going to be a Sodom and Gomorrah kind of a night, then sure, I'll put on some Future. You know? I'll put on, what's that song you got? Peacoat. I'll play some Peacoat. Yeah. I spent a check on that pussy. You know what I mean? I spent a check on that pussy. Right? I'll play that shit. You know what I mean? I'll play some, you know, Nasty Girl by Gunna. You know? Travel all over the world running into nasty girls. You know, I put on some freaky shit. I am a freaky frog too, folks. I can't lie to you guys.
You're a freaky frog!
You know what I mean? I am a freaky frog. I am. I'm a freaky frog. So I'll put on some freaky frog shit on the weekends. But like I said, I can't just be consuming that goy slop every day. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. You know, when I was in high school, going to school every day I had my headphones in. I'm listening to music. But see, my music that I grew up on back in, you know, my day was good. Like it was real music. You know, I grew up on like J. Cole, Drake, Big Sean. You know, that was my era. You know, I'm in that early 2010s, late 2000s era. So my era was great. Like my era, we put out great music. You know? Real talk. I'm from the backpack era. You know? All the rappers I grew up on were backpack rappers. You know? Wale. You know? You guys remember that Ambition album from Wale? That's a classic rap album. Wale, you know, Kendrick, Drake, J. Cole, Big Sean, Tyga. Like, that's my era. We weren't rapping about murders like you new niggas do. You new niggas are just demonic. You know, we rapped, niggas, when I were growing up, we rapped about, you know, getting money, getting fly, and fucking hoes. You niggas rap about murders. Y'all are demonic. Y'all are evil. So it's just really hard. Exactly. A$AP Rocky. Exactly. A$AP, Big Sean, Meek Mill, Ross. You know, that was a great era. Exactly. Pre-drill. Exactly. That Wiz Khalifa, you know, Chris Brown, you know, Trey Songz. That was a great era. You know, niggas sang about getting pussy. You niggas are just like, y'all just want to kill some shit. You know, I've never seen anything like it. It's too demonic for me, man. I can't even lie to you guys. It's just too demonic. You niggas are evil. It's that simple. We got Show Enough Sports. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, bro.
I just wanna be free.
LeBron fans.
You said look up John Todd. He exposed the Illuminati back in the 70s. His videos are on YouTube. All right, I'll check it out, man. I'll go down a rabbit hole. You said Lotus Flower Bomb, one of the best songs of all time. Bro, that album from Wale is one of the best rap albums of all time. To me, Wale has a classic, and it's that Ambition album. It was a point in time where I really used to fuck with Wale. He just fell off to me when he started complaining about, like, you know, not being Drake and shit. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, duh. You know? You're not Drake, dude. You know what I mean? When he started complaining, like, oh yeah, I don't have fans like Drake, and, you know, he started complaining and doing all that weird shit, that's when I stopped fucking with Wale. But, you know, 2011 Wale was hard. I ain't gonna lie. That Ambition album, I don't care what nobody said. I remember it was a nigga in our high school. He was so inspired. Like, this is how inspirational Wale was. So if you guys remember the cover of that album, it just had like Ambition with Wale on it. And it was written in cursive. It was a nigga in my high school. He got a tattoo of like this Ambition on his forearm. I was like, I remember seeing it. I was like, I just thought to myself, I'm like, wow, niggas are really inspired by Wale. That's crazy. But yeah, he got it tatted on him, Ambition. But I don't care what anybody says. That album from Wale, that's a classic rap album. Like, in my life, I feel like 2011 was like, we got a lot of classics that year. I'm gonna be honest too. I think Watch the Throne from Jay-Z and Kanye, that's a classic rap album to me too. But yeah, this whole album, I mean, you could put this whole album on Don't Hold Your Applause. You know, Double M Genius was okay, but Miami Nights is hard. Legendary's hard. Lotus Flower Bomb with Miguel, that's hard. Chain Music is hard. Focus with Cuddy, that's hard. Sabotage was okay. White Linen was cool. Slight Work is pretty dope with Big Sean. And then Ambition, that's hard. With Meek and Ross, that's a hard song. Illest Bitch is hard. No Days Off is hard. DC or Nothing was okay. And then That Way with Jeremiah and Rick Ross, that shit was hard. That shit was hard. I ain't gonna lie. Like, realistically, you can just let that whole album ride. So yeah, man. Like I said, bro. You know, my era. You know, like I said, bro. We made good music, bro. Drake. You know, he dropped Take Care that year. I think J. Cole dropped his first album that year, The Sideline Story. That's a pretty good album. Big Sean dropped Finally Famous that year. Watch the Throne dropped that year. That was a great year for music, 2011. You know, like I said, my generation, we made real music. You niggas are just garbage. You know, like I said, all y'all make is murder music. You know what I mean? You said, what's your favorite Drake tape? My favorite Drake tape would probably have to be it's tough because Drake to me had like a 6-7 year window where he couldn't do anything wrong to me. So I would have to say, if I said my favorite Drake project, it would probably have to be it would probably have to be Nothing Was the Same, or I ain't gonna lie, I like Take Care though. Take Care was good. It's between Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, and I'm not gonna lie, Views grew on me. I didn't like Views at first, but Views really grew on me, and I really like Views too. Views is a very good project. So it's between those three. It would be between Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, and Views. And if I had to rank those three, I'd probably say, I ain't gonna lie, Take Care I'd probably put Take Care number 1. Because when that came out, that was just like a moment. You know what I mean? Like, Drake he wasn't beefing with niggas yet. Because, like, when Views came out, that was 2016. Like, you know, he was beefing with niggas and, like, You know, he got exposed for the ghostwriting shit in 15. You guys remember 15? So 2013 he drops Nothing Was the Same. And then 2014 he doesn't drop, and then 2015 he drops If You're Reading This It's Too Late. And then that's when, you know, the Quentin Miller, Meek Mill allegations came out. To me, that's Drake took a hit when he got exposed for like using ghostwriters. Like his image kind of took a hit. And that was 15. So then Views came after that in 16. Views was still a good album, but he took a hit with his reputation when we found out he didn't write his raps. So I would put Take Care #1 because that's when like Drake just couldn't do no wrong. He wasn't beefing with niggas like that. Like, you know, he hadn't been exposed yet. So I'd probably put Take Care #1. There you go. Take Care. He said LeBron has Forever. What does Luker have? You said Take Care was different. Yeah, I'd have to put Take Care probably as my favorite. But I'm not gonna lie, So Far Gone is good too though. I was listening to So Far Gone maybe a month ago. It was just one night I was just listening to So Far Gone. So Far Gone is good too. I like So Far Gone. So Far Gone is pretty good. But yeah, Take Care. The track listing for Take Care is just like, Take Care really don't have skips for real. If we're being honest. Like if I go through the track listing for Take Care, like you could just put that whole shit on and that whole shit rides. Over My Dead Body, that shit's hard. Shot for Me, you know, that's a good song. It's a typical Drake crybaby song, but it's still a good song. Headlines is hard. Crew Love is hard. Take Care with Rihanna, that's dope. Marvin's Room is dope. Buried Alive interlude with Kendrick, that's dope. Underground Kings is hard. We'll Be Fine with Birdman, that was dope. Make Me Proud. That's still a dope record. It's definitely a typical Drake record, but I still like the song. It's a dope song. Lord Knows with Ross, that's hard. Cameras, Good Ones Go, that shit was hard. Doing It Wrong, that might be the weakest song on this album. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The weakest track on Take Care might be Doing It Wrong. That's like a crybaby Drake song. Like, he could have really just left that off. He really could have just left that one off. I remember that shit. That's like a crybaby Drake song. So cry if you need to, but I can't stay to watch you. That's the wrong thing to do. I ain't gonna lie, I could do without Doing It Wrong. I could do without that. He could have took that off. The Real Her, hard. That's a dope song. Look What You've Done. That's like a classic Drake song. You know, rapping about his mama. This is the Drake that I miss, right? When he used to rap about his mama. You know, now he's rapping about murders and shit. Like I said, the Illuminati got him. You know, but when he used to make songs like Look What You've Done, I mean, to me, that's like a Dear Mama type song, you know? Every rapper has to have a song dedicated to their mother. And Look What You've Done, that's just like, that song, you could cry listening to that song, I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you just put that song on right now, you could low-key cry. You know? Because everybody, you know, everybody can relate to that. Hell Yeah Fucking Right is hard with Lil Wayne. Practice, that's a dope record. The Ride is hard. That's a dope song to close out an album. The Ride with The Weeknd. That shit was hard. So really, yeah, Take Care is probably my favorite Drake album, honestly. You know? Nothing Was the Same was cool too. But Take Care is just a classic. If he has a classic, it's Take Care. So, yeah, take care, bro. I had to narrow it down, but yeah, take care. But I ain't gonna lie to you, views is hard too though. Views really don't got skips though. I ain't gonna lie to you, views really don't have no skips, bro. You could put views on. You could put views on and view the whole album really rides. Let me go to views real quick. Cause views is dope. I was hating on views when it first came out, but I remember it was like 2016, and I was just in the car, my mom's car, in the garage, and I just put it on, and I started listening to it. I was like, yo, this shit's kind of hard. But yeah, views was dope too though. Keep the Family Close, I like that. 9 was hard. You With Me, he flipped that DMX record, that was dope. Feel No Ways is dope. Future wrote that song. Hype. Weston Road Flows, that's a dope song. Redemption's dope. With You with Party Next Door, that's a good song. Faithful's a good song. Still Here's a good song. Control is a good song. One Dance is a good song. That's probably his biggest song ever. Grammys with Future, that's a good song. Child's Play, Bounce That Shit Like Whoa. Pop Style. Too Good with Rihanna. Fire and Desire is hard. I like that song. Views. Yeah, Views is hard, bro. You could let the whole Views ride too. You said Feel No Ways is timeless. Yeah, Future wrote that shit. But it's still a good song though. So yeah, man. Like I said, my generation was the last good generation. I feel bad for you new niggas now. Everything about y'all generation now is just garbage. I told y'all sports are garbage. Your music is garbage. You know, your entertainment is garbage. Your TV, your movies, everything is just garbage now. Like I said, I remember Jersey Shore. You know, Jersey Shore to me, like, I remember when that show first came out, bro, Jersey Shore was just like, that shit was so, like, bro, Jersey Shore, especially like the first few seasons, bro, that shit was just so funny, man. That was just a great show. I'm sorry, bro. Jersey Shore is just a classic show. That is a classic show. Y'all don't have anything like that now. You niggas, this nigga said, do you like 4 Bats? Dude, I've never even heard of that. What is 4 Bats? What are we talking about? What is 4 Bats, dude? I'm telling y'all, bro. 2009 when this show came out, bro, this was a culture phenomenon when this show came out. Like I said, they over here watching Love Island now, chat. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That Love Island shit is cringe. I be seeing the clips on Twitter, and I'm just like, bro, that Love Island shit is cringe. Like, I could never just see myself watching that show. Like, that's insane. You know what I mean? Watching Love Island as a grown man is crazy. And I've seen love shows before, but that Love Island shit looks so cringe to me, bro. Like I remember, you know, Ray J's show. Ray J had For the Love of Ray J. That shit was funny back in the day. You had For the Love of Ray J. You had I Love New York. You had Flavor of Love. Like, bro, the shows we used to have back in the day, bro, like, they were classics, bro. Y'all got Love Island and I don't know what y'all are listening to be honest with you. I don't know what shows y'all are listening to. I think it's safe to say the late 2000s, the early 2010s, that was like the last good era. You know? Ever since then, it's just been a constant decline ever since. We've just been going downhill, bro. You said ESD Kid. Hey, dude, stop mentioning these unknown rappers, dude. Stop plugging your fucking friends, dude. You're trying to plug your friends, dude. Nobody's ever... You asked me, have I ever heard of some nigga named ESD Kid? The fuck out of here, man. Who the fuck is that, dude? I'm sorry, bro. I can't listen to some of these niggas with these stupid names, bro. Like, to me, the name matters, right? The name, your image, everything, it matters to me. You know? Like, y'all be just listening. Like, how can you even listen to a nigga named ESD Kid? Like, what? Like, I grew up on niggas where names made sense, you know, like J. Cole. Like, his name's Jermaine, you know, like, okay, J. Cole, that makes sense, right? You know, fucking Big Sean, you know, makes sense. Drake, you know, Kendrick Lamar. Like, I grew up on niggas where their names make sense. You need somebody, have you ever heard of a nigga named ESD Kid? What? Who would even listen to a nigga like that? Y'all niggas, y'all just put on anything, bro. No, it's got to make sense to me, dude. You know? It's got to make sense, bro. Tory Lanez, you know? Like, come on, man. ESD Kid. No, dude. Never heard of him. He said nothing beats The Real World. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Real World was a good show, too, back in the day. I used to like The Real World, too, for real, bro. I used to like it because they would go to different cities. That's what made it interesting. He said Real and Chance. Exactly. Real and Chance was funny. But yeah, I used to like The Real World too, because they would go to different cities, and I don't know why they got rid of The Real World. That was a great show. I used to like that show. Yeah, they would go to different cities and, you know, put new people in there, and that was a great show, The Real World. Yeah, The Real World, you know. Let me see when I started watching The Real World. Let me see which ones I remember. The Real World Hollywood. I don't remember that one. The Real World Brooklyn. I don't know if I remember that one. Cancun, DC, New Orleans. Yeah, I remember this one. I remember The Real World Las Vegas. That was a good season. Yeah, I remember this one. When they were in Vegas. That was a good season. Oh, I do remember that bitch on the right in the blue. That bitch was bad. And then you guys remember The Challenge? They would take all the niggas from The Real World and then put them on The Challenge. That was a good show too, The Challenge. You niggas don't remember The Challenge. That was a good show too. That's crazy. You niggas don't remember The Challenge, though. He said The Gauntlet. MTV used to have all kinds of good shows. Exactly. Real World Road Rules Challenge. Exactly. He said, what is this generation's fear factor? Bro, they don't have shit, bro. Like I said, I feel bad for these kids nowadays, bro. Like, their generation is just garbage, bro. It's trash. It really is trash, bro. Like I said, I think my generation is dope because we were the last generation before social media and technology took off. So we got like a good mixture between like, you know, no social media, internet shit. And then like we got a mixture of like the internet, social media shit. You know what I mean? So we had like a mixture. You know, I'm glad I didn't grow up with like Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat and all that. We didn't grow up like that. You know, we grew up normal. You know what I mean? We grew up watching Boy Meets World and shit. You know what I mean? Everybody had a crush on Topanga. Like, I grew up on Boy Meets World, Even Stevens, Lizzie McGuire, you know, Sister. You know what I mean? That's what I grew up on. You know, I don't know what, like I said, do they even have any good Disney Channel movies anymore? Do they? I don't think they do. You niggas don't remember them Disney Channel movies every night. You niggas don't remember that shit. Every night I used to watch a Disney Channel original movie. You guys remember Get a Clue with Lindsay Lohan? You guys don't remember Get a Clue? You guys don't remember Brink? You niggas don't remember Under Wraps and Brink? Halloween Town was good. I remember that one. That used to be one of my favorite movies. Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge. That was one of my favorite movies back in the day. That was a great movie. But really the whole series though, Halloween Town was good. Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century, that was good. Smart House was good. Johnny Tsunami. You niggas don't remember this. Up and Away. The Color of Friendship that's a good movie. You niggas don't remember The Color of Friendship. That was a good movie. Miracle in Lane 2, I remember that one. Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. Oh, Phantom of the Megaplex was good. That's a good movie. Phantom of the Megaplex. You niggas don't remember that one. Xenon, the sequel. Motocross was good. Luck of the Irish was good. Jet Jackson was good. Yep, Calabar's Revenge was good. You niggas don't remember Double Teamed or Cadet Kelly. Cadet Kelly's a classic. Can't lie. Cadet Kelly's a classic. True Confessions, Get a Clue, Gotta Kick It Up. That's the cheerleading movie, right? Yeah, I remember Gotta Kick It Up. That's the one where they were like, "Si se puedes." I remember this one. Yeah, this is the one when they were like, "Si se puedes." Yeah, "Si se puede." Look. Si se puede. I remember that one. That was a good one. That was a cheerleading one. Yep, Even Stevens movie. Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. This is when Orlando Brown was still normal. This is when Orlando Brown was still normal. That's a good movie too, though. Cheetah Girls is a classic. I can't lie to you guys. Cheetah Girls is a classic too. Even though I'm a whole grown-ass man. Cheetah Girls is... I remember when that shit dropped. That shit was classic. I ain't gonna lie. Raven had a wave, though. Raven had a wave. Yeah, That's So Raven. Like, that was her little wave. 2003. When she came out with That's So Raven and the Cheetah Girls. Yeah, Raven was lit back in the day. Yeah, Pixel Perfect. Xenon Z3. I ain't gonna lie, though. After, like, 2006, I stopped keeping up with this shit. Yeah, after like High School Musical, once we got to like 2006, that shit started to fall off. After like High School Musical, I didn't really keep up with this shit after that. Yeah, Cheetah Girls 2, Return to Halloween Town. Yeah, after this, that's when I started. Yeah, after like Twitches 2, yeah, after that I stopped. I ain't even see none of this extra shit. I think I seen Wizards of Waverly Place. But yeah, after all that shit, I stopped keeping up. I don't know none of this shit now. Yeah, after I was in high school by this point. I wasn't watching Disney. I was watching like MTV. Yeah, I don't know none of that shit now. I ain't gonna lie. But the ones from like the 90s and the early 2000s, those are good. Those are some good movies. Like I said, y'all generation sucks, bro. This generation is trash, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. This shit sucks, bro. You said, yep, they got to the point where they were pandering for softness. Yeah. That's it, chat. That's all I got, man. You know, in conclusion, you know, the NBA ain't shit without LeBron. You know, he's the last of the old era. He's the last of the dying breed. They have nobody else that can carry this sport, man. So Adam Silver's waiting for this nigga to make up his mind about where he's going to go. It just proves to you that LeBron is just the GOAT. You know, that's really it. And that's all I got, man, on this one. You said after the 2000s, the mayonnaise media took over? Exactly. Folks, y'all do me a favor, man, and drop a like on the video. I will catch you guys on the next one. Y'all have a good night, man. I'm out, folks. Peace.
Should I pull up a full-time LeBron jock sniffer and show you his? See, now y'all gonna make me do it to y'all, man. Nobody juggles LeBron's balls more than this dude right here. Nobody. This dude is a full-time ball juggler. Where's his? He deleted a lot of his videos because he's an idiot. He goes on the internet, starts cursing like a crazy person, and then he gets his videos deleted because he's an idiot. Let me show y'all his videos. LeBron fans, look. Look. Where are these magical views that are coming from LeBron? Look. Look. This is a LeBron sniffer. Look at him. Look, we can just keep going. It's LeBron every single day. LeBron, 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 look. Every single second. So where are all these views? Where are all these views that y'all are talking about? Y'all saying, oh, Dreamers Pro is making money because he talk about LeBron. Okay, so where the views at?